James, senior producer for The Ramsey Show. Did you know over 18 million people listen to The Ramsey Show every week? And a lot of those people listen on one of our 600 plus radio stations across the country. To find a station near you, head to theramseyshow.com.
Alrighty, Ramsey Show over. George Camel just hit the chat. He's there a little bit late. A couple minutes after 6 p.m. in the Central Time. 5 p.m. Do I have good lighting? It's really not. Are you fronting, Obs? Because like I could put that light on too. But I just don't need it. What? I forgot to update the title? Crud. Okay, I'll do that. Let's do that right now, Obs. This is how the sausage is made. Let you guys have some behind the scenes. Stupid. Alrighty, so we go content. We go live content. We go editing. There we go. Alright, and it's, what is it? What's it called? The Ramsey Show After Show number 220. And it is 2/18, 2022. Don't mind me, folks. Trying to get up there, AJ. Trying to get up there. So I can make, I'd like to make a couple $1 off of it. I don't have to, do just this for a living. But, couple dollars would be nice. There we go. And that's how you do that. And then when we go back and reload, then it has the right title in it. It's not the right title on Twitch, but nobody's watching over there anyway. Not usually. Sometimes. Alrighty. Oh man. Refreshed. That's right. So yeah, today is show number 220. I'll get it right one day. Are you kids doing any, kids do anything this weekend? You can do studying and schoolwork and stuff this weekend, AJ, or you take the weekends off from that? Alrighty, let's get going here. I also forgot to pull up this song. You guys ready to sing? Gotta fill in on the weekends. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 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 yeah. 7 a.m. waking up in the morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs, gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal, seeing everything, the time is going, ticking on and on, everybody's rushing, gotta get you to the bus stop, gotta catch my bus, I see my friends, Ops is in the front seat, AJ in the back seat, gotta make my mind up for what seat can I take? It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Weekend is Friday, Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying, partying, yeah. Budgeting, budgeting, yeah. Fun, 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 fun. Looking forward to the weekend. I'm sleeping in tomorrow. Getting one of the bathrooms painted, tiled, spiffied. Nice. The second one would be it if it were a word. I probably could pass for a word. All right, let me just get my my guitar track that AJ has provided for me. Oh wait, he hasn't done that yet. Okay, so we'll just grab the karaoke track then. Yeah, spiffy. Yeah, that probably is one. It's for the drum taps. I did not hear any drum taps. I didn't have my sound up loud enough. Like all plans, it starts with step one. $1,000 emergency fund. Step two, you'll pay off all your debt. Mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby, step three is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. Goes like that, AJ. Oh, me, I am, man. I've messed up in this song, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you are getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kid. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go down, why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like results you are getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet player, take it home. What up, Sid? Beep beep bitty bitty boo dip boo do 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 do. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, You can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. That link is at the top of the chat and in the video description. You can email me about anything, it's anything, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can also reach me on Instagram. I'm gonna grow at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that would be paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Alrighty. Thanks for the IO OBS. Let's see. Today's Ramsey Show hosts on an all-new show were Ken Coleman and George Camel. All right, not doing the song today. Decided I wasn't gonna do it, but something we should probably talk about. Market report. One more time, just in case you missed it. And actually, it wasn't as down as much as yesterday, so that's a good thing. No camel song today. I'll do it again, Obs. You know what you could do? You know what you should do, Obs? You should finish writing it for me. You can add to the quarter verse and one chorus, and you could finish that song. That'd be great if you did that, Obs. Are you a good singer, Obs? You could sing the Baby Step song. Let's see what we got here. NASDAQ the most down, so you know what? It won't be me winning today in fantasy mutual funds. It will be Troy Story most likely. And we will be starting that over again March 1st. But he's only like 9 ahead of me right now. Yeah. Yeah, finish it. Oh, you said you're a good singer, Obs? Well, you should sing the Baby Step song. Email me and I'll email you the track that I use, and you can sing it to the same track since AJ has not provided such. He did say he was going to get right on that, didn't he? Oh, he said I'd get on that, yeah. Okay. I guess something like do-bop, boom, bop, boom. Doesn't sound like that's that difficult, but I'm not a guitar player, so I don't know. So anyway, NASDAQ negative 1.23%. Russell, the next most down, at almost 8% down. And S&P just a little bit better than 0.75% down. Dow Jones right around in that area as well. So, but what's going to happen though is the Home Depot is going to have fabulous earnings on, what day is that? Tuesday. And Thursday is Moderna and Square. And that's in the next week. The March 1st is the next Tuesday after that. Alrighty, most followed single stocks. Oh, let's see, who's the most down? Surprise, most down was Tesla. Next most down is Google owner Alphabet, 1.61%. Then Amazon, 1.33%. Microsoft and Apple, about 1% down each. Artists formerly known as Facebook, Meta Platforms, down 0.75%. Of course, they have lost a bunch of market value since announcing that they were going to lose out on the what's called the hardware ID or something like that. I can't remember what that's called in the thing. I saw it today. Actually, I did a Windows install today, and I saw where you could opt out of that in Windows 10 as well. And so I don't remember seeing that before. So maybe that's a newer addition. But you can hide your ID tag, so they can't market to you quite as well as they normally do if you have that enabled. And that's what Apple did that on their latest iPhones. And so as a result, who was it? As a result, Meta, formerly known as Facebook, they said, well, we're gonna have $10 billion less of income. I can't remember if it meant this next quarter or the whole year for them, but they said we're gonna have $10 billion less, and so they lost a pretty good market share there, or pretty good volume there in the market. Let's check the rest of the planet. Maybe they're doing better. Negative on the Europe. They have one index. I'm assuming this is an index in the Asia. See how the dollar's doing. Up against the euro, up against the yen, up against the British pound, love. Up against the Canadian dollar, sorry. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. And up against the Australian dollar. And that happens quite a bit. That when the market is down, the dollar seems to be up. And crypto was all down yesterday, and it's all down today, except XRP, whatever that is. Alrighty, I think we're done with that. Oh, let's see. Uh-oh. Get a login to... Great reading. Let's see if I can remember what this was. I was able to look at it at my work, on my work Chrome. I wonder if it remembers because it's the same account, same Google account. So, from the New York Times, excuse me. Bad credit, no savings, unconventional, maybe risky ways to buy a home. Some consumer groups worry that buyers may not fully grasp what they're giving up in these. And what it was is like you buy a home with somebody, like another investor, and they own part of it. And then you pay the bank off and you pay them off as well. That kind of thing. And in some of them, these other people live in the house too. In some of them, they are just investors in it, but they have more rights to the home than you do. So, like, once you guys get you and the investor, I think, pays off some of the bank note as well. And then you pay the investor back. And of course, the bank makes money and the investor makes money as well. So, yeah. And of course, I don't see Dave Ramsey signing off on any of that because he does not approve of any buying any real estate with somebody. No REITs, which is, what is that? Real estate investment. Can't remember what that is. Anyway, that's you buy it. Oh, invest trust, right? I think real estate investment trust. What does it stand for? Real estate investment trust. So yeah, I got it. So it's organized as a organized as a partnership, corporation, trust, or association that invests directly in real estate through the purchase properties or buying up mortgages. Issue shares that trade stock exchange and are bought and sold like ordinary stocks. In order to be considered a REIT, the company must invest at least 75% of its assets in real estate and derive at least 75% of its revenues from real estate related activities. One of the downsides, other than you not owning it completely, one of the downsides in this is that your money is locked up for many years in this, and you can't just, it's not like day trading, you just can't say, okay, well, I'm out at any time. You can't do that with the REITs. So Dave is not down with that. All right, this from, come on. This from CNN Business. Taco Bell is bringing back a fan favorite dessert after a 7-year wait. And that would be the Choco Taco. And that would be back. Goes on sale, went on sale yesterday. And will be available for a limited time while supplies last. Taco Bell said in a press release that the treat is a test, hinting at the possibility it could expand nationwide. Oh, so where is it then? Choco Taco was pulled from menus in 2015, much to fans' chagrin. That means they didn't like it. However, devoted eaters can still find them in some convenience or grocery stores. That's true. I think I have seen that. But they're not as readily available compared to the traditional Klondike bar. What would you do for a Klondike bar right about now? Sugar. I've been a good boy. I haven't had it. Almost got a strawberry shortcake or two. Yesterday, they were 2 for $7. Normally, they were $7 at the Kroger, and they were 2 for $7. I was thinking about trying to just scan one and see, well, if you just get one, is that tree fitty? Or do you have to pay like $6.99 or $5.99 for that too? So, but I said, oh, you don't need the sugar. You've had sugar your whole life, which is the problem. So, let's see. Both brands hitting milestones this year. Klondike turning 100 years old. Wow. So that would be, 1922. 1922. I wonder how good the freezers were back then. And Taco Bell reaching 60 years old. Klondike said in the press release it's celebrating by bringing its products to customers in new and unexpected places. Oh, Klondike makes that for them? Interesting. Okay. Taco Bell said the collab, as the kids say today, during its anniversary year was special. Fast food chains are constantly competing for customers' dollars and a $10. And special E offerings are a way to try to cut through the noise. Taco Bell, in particular, regularly experiments with its menu, adding limited time offers to gauge customer interest and taking away the taco salad. Yum Brands, which owns Taco Bell, said same-store sales jumped 8% in its most recent quarter. So people are buying that. What up, Matty Bangs? What up, AJ? AJ always reports way too early on his stuff. He'll have to tell me again tomorrow because I will not remember. I will not remember. And if you're not an accountant, folks, and you don't know this, if you put the number in parentheses, that means it's negative. So you have to do two things instead of just the minus sign. So it's like an extra keystroke you have to make. So not necessarily cost effective as far as time effective, but you know, he's an accountant. What can you do? Accountant, HVAC extraordinaire, and he's got some patent ideas. Alrighty. That's from the Wall Street Journal, the paper of record, not necessarily the website of record. I make that joke every time. Probably doesn't get any better. Doesn't stop me. Mortgage rates close in on 4%, making home affordability tougher. Average rate of 30-year fixed loans climbs to the highest since May 2019. Oh, let's see. Anything? No. Inflation survivors of the 80s have some advice for you. They yelled about it then too. I mean, the average person, even hundreds of or thousands of average people together, they're not going to do anything about inflation. So you just got to deal with it. We were fine. We lived. I graduated high school in 1986. We were fine. So, let's see, 3.92%. The week ended Thursday, and that's the highest level since May 2019. All right. No, you probably do play guitar, AJ. I was the one that tried to play it. Why do I have that on there twice? Okay, I'm going to read it twice since it's up here. Mortgage, I'm kidding. You guys probably believe me. There's also from CNN Business, Microsoft's blockbuster Activision Blizzard deal, which has nothing to do with Dairy Queen, could raise uncomfortable challenges for U.S. antitrust enforcers. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, it's a software. They make software, specifically games. And so they want to acquire the Activision Blizzard. And so there used to be two companies, Blizzard and Activision, and then they merged, making a super company. Those are the fine people. Blizzard is fine people that brought you World of Warcraft that cost some of us many days of our lives. If you add up the... I would hate to log in and type /played, which you can do. And I will do that if I go into... I think I will one day do I went from World of Warcraft to nothing for a while, but then I tried Rift, a game called Rift, which is similar to World of Warcraft when it went free to play. And so, yeah, I probably spent more time in Rift actually. And so if I log into that, I will hit the /played on my tune names, and we'll see how much of that time was. I mean, I had fun, and I, talked to people just like I do in the Ramsey chat. So, you make friends, etc., etc. So, it's social, demented and sad, but social. That's from the Breakfast Club. Watch that movie if you have not. Anyway, got lost on a tangent there. You're lucky I found my way back, because I happened to glance at this and I was thinking that has nothing to do with that. So anyway, the deal could raise a uncomfortable challenge for U.S. antitrust enforcers. And so, I mean, they make games. Activision made I think one of their first games was Pitfall for the Atari 2600. Oh man. Played some of that as well. Not that many hours, though, as World of Warcraft and Rift, though. Okay, so but with its plan to acquire popular video game developer Activision Blizzard for nearly $70 billion, Microsoft maybe thirsts firmly back in the antitrust spotlight. Why? It would secure Microsoft's spot just because they already make the world's #1 operating system? Among the most dominant global players in gaming alongside Sony and Tencent. I don't even know what Tencent makes. And that's the 4K sports games, maybe? I had to ask. Internet-based platform. Okay, maybe it is not. Oh, are they the owner of PUBG? No. Okay. Oh, do they own TikTok? No. Okay. All that's fake news. Every single thing that it asked was fake news. I mean, granted that's just what people are asking, so Google can't help that, but they included it. So I'll see if I can get to the bottom of this 10-cent thing, what their big deal is. Oh yeah, they also have the Call of Duty there with the Activision Blizzard. So, largest acquisition. I don't know necessarily how it would. I mean, just because they would have an operating system and have a game develop. They had their own game division for a long time, so I don't know what the deal is on that. consolidating power and reducing competition in a range of industries. Yeah, I just don't know what the difference is from when they had their own, and they still may have Microsoft games may still be a thing. I don't know. I'm looking to see if it like says something specific where in a horizontal merger, two competitors become one competitor, making it more apparent how overall competition in the market is reduced. But in a vertical merger, the end result is less straightforward. So yeah, that means you get add to this company and that company, and then eventually I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. Let's see. AJ can play a little Metallica, but some of those solos, yeah. Just you be just a rhythm guitar, AJ, and do of course the Ed Sheeran thing. You could do that, I think. A lot of that is doesn't seem like it that hard, but that's coming from someone who couldn't play the guitar. All right, this one from Vox.com. This is the article is called "Why in the Year of Our Lord 2022," which I like that because I was saying that about at the top of the show. Oh, when announcing who hosted the Ramsey show for the day, I was saying in the year of our Lord 2022. But why am I still getting these robocalls? They made a COVID-19 vaccine in less than a year, but I still get robocalls. Someone out there really, really wants to help me avoid expensive car problems. Oh yeah, the recorded voice tells me blah blah blah. That's when you get, here, you get an extended warranty in your car. Yeah, which the car doesn't have, which is somehow about to expire, even though it doesn't exist. And then you just have to press 1 to learn more. So multiple calls a day from multiple phone numbers across the country trying to do that scam is what it is. Maybe the call is about something else, like the IRS warning you that your arrest is imminent. They're gonna text you or call you first, though, unless you buy a bunch of gift cards right now, or Amazon asking you about a large purchase you never made, or Marriott offering you a free vacation. Yeah, unfortunately, all this has worked. All this has worked for them. Because you do get people where they say, here's your receipt for this. Here's a nice link for you to dispute the charge if you didn't make it. And people click it. So, yeah. And by you, I mean pretty much everyone in the U.S. who has a phone. Americans are barraged with tens of billions of unwanted robocalls and robotexts every year. As a result, many of us have stopped picking up the phone at all when it rings. Present. I don't even do that at work. If it doesn't have a client name on it, I don't pick it up. They can leave a message. I will call them right back if it's a client. If it ends up being a client or a prospective client. But a lot of times it's just no message, or it is a message left by, like, it comes in the halfway. A lot of what I get is the your Google listing, so they want you to make your Google listing. So boom boom ba-dum. With everyone, enjoy the weekend with all of the sports games. Great. Sports is over because of the Super Bowl's over, so sports is done. Major League Baseball is on strike, or lockout rather. I mean, you have the NHL going. I think the Olympics might still be on. I don't know. It's basically nothing I care about. What other sports is happening, AJ? Oh, college basketball, probably the NBA too. Whatever. It's not my thing, dog. So when football's done, I'm pretty much done until August. I mean, I'll watch some tennis every so often if it's on, but I don't have cable TV anymore, so it's not ever on unless I make it be on. All right, so let's see. Let's go back to this story. What made the robocall invasion possible? That doesn't matter. Help is on the way, maybe. The latest effort is 2019's Telephone Robocall Abuse Criminal Enforcement and Deterrence, or TRACED. They always make it be with laws and other stuff. They always make it be spell something. So, and it says traced because that means they're going to trace the bad guys and get to them. So, despite these times of deep political divides, the TRACE Act passed with overwhelming support in the House and the Senate. They agreed on something. Only 4 members of Congress between both houses and both parties voted against it. Presumably 3 of them are the only people in the country that don't get robocalls. The 4th is Senator Paul Rand. I don't know what that means. I don't know why, or not Paul Rand. Rand Paul is his name. I wonder why he didn't vote for that. Interesting. Okay. Traced. Is traced, not traced. Gives the FCC the power to do several things, including mandating that service providers implement measures to authenticate their callers, better police. Okay, but that doesn't mean the FCC is going to do that, though. So, you could still, the FCC could just decide, well, I know you passed this law that lets us do this, but we're not going to do it. So, let's see. The providers, the provider is supposed to authenticate the callers. I see. To use it's some kind of technology where they can authenticate it that they're a legitimate business. So that's interesting. Beyond that, is there anything else? Taking matters in own hands. What can you do there? Because texts they're easier for providers to identify and filter out than audio phone calls, okay? That's what email providers do with spam. Yeah, I wish I could tell my spam filter to just everything from Russia, just, leave out. And if you need everything, if it's not from within the United States, or not even fake to make it say the United States, just don't send it at all. Just email it back to them in a loop. Let's see. Do not answer robocalls or respond to scam texts, in case you have been doing that. In the interest of journalism, I elect to disregard this good advice to see what would happen if I pressed 1 on a car warranty call. Eventually, I was put through to a specialist who gave me the name of the company she said she worked for, but I asked 1 too many questions, and she hung up on me. All right. Turns out the company she named does exist, and it does claim on its website to sell aftermarket protection products for cars. Not all extended warranties are scam, but some very much are. Even if it wasn't a scam, Dave Ramsey does not recommend extended warranties. Okay, so that's all we got on that. Right, AJ and Matty Baggs are forming a band, and they didn't even ask me to sing on it, so feelings hurt. Feelings hurt. And I'm going through with the show today, but I didn't get my drink from the fridge. That's all right, I'll make it. It's just 18 more minutes. All right, so new and approve this username, getting jiggy with it. Bought a car with cash today and it feels so good. Do 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 do. It's a song called "Feels So Good," and that's by trumpet player Chuck Mangione and Somehow that was in the top 40 in the early 80s, I think. Oh, AJ says, you know you're the singer. All right, well, fair enough. Okay. Well, we would definitely have to have we'd have to have a virtual band practice, and we might as well stream it, right? Am I right about that? I would probably lose subscribers. Okay. More than I do now. Let's see. Okay, so I saved it for a while, and today I bought a $19,400 in cash. Car in cash. It's a car that's 13 years newer than my current car, so it's a big upgrade, and I'm so excited. Oh. And I just can't find it. Something like that. It felt even better handing over a check knowing I don't owe them anything else in the future. It was clean and simple and amazing. 22 years old. Very nice. And after buying a car that I will have hopefully 10 years, I can start saving for a 20% house down payment. Excuse me, sleepy. With that money I was putting toward a car. It feels good and it feels like I'm on the right track. You absolutely are. That's interesting. That a 22-year-old is familiar with getting jiggy with it. That's great. And you're so young. Young. From Sunglasses 90. No. UT Rider. UT Rider. Or like me, nice to know when the water heater went out in the house. I didn't hesitate a second. Well, okay, it went out on Saturday morning. I shut the water off and called a plumber first thing Monday morning to get it replaced. When the bill comes, there's money in the account to pay for it. Excellent. Excellent. Getting jiggy with it. There's an ad. Atera, that's the remote IT monitoring solution that we use at my work. See, so that's what I do. I only have it on one screen though. And normally I have the YouTube in front of that normally. And the other screen is Outlook. But that's basically just what I'm doing right there. I don't have the nice LED lighting back there. I also don't have any cat pictures. I don't have that nice of a mic either for my streaming. All right. Well, quotes for auto and home insurance, but seems like anytime you cry with someone, you make a lot of new best friends who want to call you 100 times and blast your email inbox. Yeah, that's right. I mean, even like Xander Insurance and Churchill Mortgage. You will not feel like they are ignoring you at all. So when you deal with Churchill and Xander and probably pretty much any other mortgage place or insurance place, you want to get a burner phone. Just saying. Only if you're on baby step 4, obviously. So yeah, so why can't you get a quote without being surrounded by a bunch of hungry vultures? Because the vultures would like the knife set, so they have to always be closing. Alrighty. Uh-oh. This from Accomplished Garage 65. Curious what y'all / Dave Ramsey would think about this regarding buying a home. Got the what would Dave do flair right there. Hey there, folks. I understand Dave's advice on buying states to save up at least a 20% down payment. It's 10% if you are a first-time home buyer. He will allow that. And get a 15-year fixed rate mortgage, yes. With a payment no more than 25% of your net income. Excellent advice that I plan on following when I buy a home, but I knew the but was coming, and it's a big but, so they should have capitalized it. I'm curious on these particular situations and what y'all think, what you think Dave Ramsey would say about the following. Given that, okay, so here comes the justification for what they want to do, most likely. I haven't read it, but I'm just guessing. Here comes the justification for what they want to do, and what they're kind of trying to do. Going to try to do is do some scheming and scamming, and they know exactly what Dave Ramsey would say about it, mostly. But here we go. Given that I followed the 20% down, 15-year mortgage, is it a good idea to get a small multifamily home so long as I can afford to maintain it without factoring in rent payments? Comfortable doing this, that I would save up an additional fund separate from my spelled incorrectly. If individual Reddit users want to pay me to proofread, I would do that. From my personal emergency fund from when things need repairs, and all rent payments would go towards either that fund or paying off the property early. Regardless of whether I buy a multifamily or single family home, what does Dave usually say? No to that, first of all. What does Dave usually say regarding getting a $203,000 loan to buy a home that needs work and lump in the cost of repairs with the mortgage still following the 20% down 15-year plan? That's a good question. I don't know right off the top of my head what he would say about that, but a lot of times he asks the reverse of the question and says it's the same thing. So it would be the same thing as if you had a home loan already and you had equity and you wanted to take out equity of the home to fix up your house, and he wouldn't advise that. So he would not advise doing a home equity line of credit, and it's basically the same thing in reverse. So I'm going to say no. Any thoughts in the peanut gallery about that? About whether he would say you buy a fixer-upper and you include that cost in the loan amount. Oh, AJ has to pay attention to school. AJ, we have just 11 more minutes. You can't have 11 more minutes for your favorite singer. All right. For example, say my budget for a home is $250. I save up a $50K down payment and find a house that's going for $150K. Needs a lot of cosmetic work. Could you read blah, 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 blah. Hold on. I get a 2003 loan and put $100K into rehabbing the home. So that's $303K. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way, dog. No way. All right, let's see. We did this one yesterday. It doesn't say what they're going to do with there, but we did that one yesterday. Also, that one. Oh, did we do that one? Maybe this is a debt-free from car, student loans, credit card, debt. I feel like we did that one too. Oh yeah, this news posted by the one guy that credit card spending has gone up again. It temporarily went down while everybody was stuck home in the pandy. But when we let them out again, they go crazy. All right, did that one, did that one, did that one. And let's just go down a bunch. We did spousal IRA, we did car saving, did that one too. All right, let's just go. Tech support help. Oh yeah, we did that one too. Cash discounts. All right, I'm gonna find another couple. AJ had to leave, I guess. Secured credit cards, we did that. And debt flipping free. Paying off the house. I'll admit I've not fully followed. We did this one. Not fully followed Dave's advice. This is less of a what would Dave do and more of a what would everyone else do question. So just never mind the guy that is the reason for this subreddit. Just let's do what the average person on Reddit would do instead. That's your little public service announcement from Rock_Orchard explaining how you do not need a credit score to get a mortgage. And they did not even use the Ramsey recommended Churchill mortgage, and they got one. So let's see, missing baby step. People like to rewrite it. Thank you. All right, let's just scroll a little bit more. Inheritance. Did I do that? I don't think so. Late pin 3361. Out of debt. Move that over there. Out of debt except for mortgage. I owe $270,000 on the house. I'm doing steps 4, 5, and 6. 2 kids, and we have about $2,000 in retirement savings. 42-year-old, just inherited $150,000. Wondering if we should split it among kids' college, retirement, and house, or go all in the mortgage. How old are the kids? Depends on how old the kids are. Because the kids, you can easily take care of college. If they are young enough, you could easily take care of college between saving and cash flowing it if you had no mortgage payment. So, assuming the kids aren't young enough, which would make it more difficult, because otherwise, I'm sure that would be fine to do. You don't put extra in savings until the house, in retirement, until the house is paid off. You just do 15% in retirement until the mortgage is bye-bye. And then you can put in more than 15%. So, assuming that the kids are older, as I was saying, you figure out what you need to put towards the kids' college. You put no more to retirement. That rule stays. You put no more than 15% of net income a year into retirement until the mortgage is gone. You would put whatever you needed to make sure that you had enough for each kid when they turned 18 so they could go to college. And then everything else you would put in the mortgage, so on the mortgage. So yeah, but if they're babies, if they're like 5 years old or less, yeah, just pay the put that all on the mortgage and knock that bad boy out. Dave Ramsey advice on medical school. Don't go to the most expensive one, even though you think you need to do that. Batuhan 345. Listen to Dave Ramsey for a while now and really agree with his general financial philosophy. But let's see. Listen to the podcast yesterday where Diego asked how to go to medical school debt free, and Dave and Rachel, we heard this one. Remember? Provided some advice that was great, some advice that was incomplete, and some advice that was not so great. Why are you exempt from that advice? Or why was it? Let's see. Second year medical student, someone who's really explored all the options and want to offer some advice. My advice in this topic follows the same rules in medicine. There are always exceptions to the rules. There aren't with if you're going to follow the Ramsey plan. It's your money. You can do what you want to, but you're just not following Dave's plan. So why bother putting that in the Ramsey subreddit? I don't understand. I don't understand why doing it. But anyway, if you have a notable exception, please drop it below, and I'd be so interested in learning more. Having an organization pay for your school is a big commitment for both parties. Yes, we know. But they're paying it for you, so that's why you go along with whatever the ramifications are with that. School choice is absolutely one of the biggest determining factors of your loan burden. Absolutely it is. And you don't need to go to the biggest, for example, Baylor's one of the cheapest private medical, you don't have to go to a private medical school. So, yeah. Okay, this is a more nuanced point, but I need to emphasize it because Dave emphasized it as well. Please do not do an MD/PhD if you are not interested in a career in research. That's very good advice. All right. And he didn't paragraph the rest of this stuff, so oh no, okay, all that's still in the same thing. Okay, so those were his only the 3 things on his mind. So he's sounds like he's thinking that he needs to go private still, otherwise he wouldn't have brought it up. So yep. Do you follow all of Dave's advice? Or pick and choose what you listen to? Well, you don't pick and choose what you listen to. I know what he means. It means pick and choose what you actually do from his advice. So, just think he offered a lot of areas, sound advice in a lot of areas, but something kooky. The cash envelope thing is a good example. A police officer friend told me that's a terrible idea. If you wear your affection for Dave on social media or on a bumper sticker, that tells thieves you probably have lots of cash on your person or just laying around the house. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I mean, but how many people are going to stalk you on social media just to get your cash envelopes from a plan that that they probably don't care about? So, theoretically, it could happen. But yeah, as far as that, I never used the envelopes. Didn't have to. My ex-wife and I made a budget and we stuck to it. If something came up, we worked it out. We worked it out via cash flow or, added it to the budget, and that was that. So, we used debit card for all shopping, all grocery shopping, for example, and never went over. So, oh, the thread has been locked by moderators. Oh, check that out. Well, they locked it. It would normally I think they do that when it starts getting into people start being nasty about stuff. Alrighty. Oh, this is from Robo Denafil, and this will be the last one. Debt free last month. Today I'm being told I'm being laid off. Well, that's great that you were debt free last month and not this month, even, as opposed to not at all. Right. Blessed that able to pay off debt and become debt free 2 months ago. Finished my roughly $90,000 debt free journey. Excellent. Today our company announced they're closing up shop in 30 days. That's a small time frame, but I mean, it happens, especially with your smaller companies. I'm worried because there's very little market for what I do. You're going to have to pivot. I'm not too sure what to do now. They will be giving us a small severance package. Might be able to stretch that out into 2 months worth of living expenses. But after that, then what? Anybody have advice? Well, there's more jobs now than ever available, so you just have to pivot and do something else if you can't find what you're doing. I don't understand like the mentality and questions like this. I mean, everybody's different. I get that, but if I hear that I'm losing my job in 30 days, I'm not thinking about, oh, let's see, this is how much the severance package is. I might be able to stretch that in 2 months. I don't picture myself sitting at home 2 months applying for jobs. I'm applying for jobs that day. I'm planning on working as soon as that company shuts down, unless I leave before that. I mean, if you get the severance package and the next job isn't that great that you found, then maybe you stay the whole time before you start the other one. But if you find a better one, maybe you even forego the small severance package. But yeah, I'm not thinking about sitting at home for 2 months without working. So 30 days should be plenty of time these days to find another job. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, I might start. No, I think I'll run to the store, and then when I get back around 8 o'clock, I will play some more Uncharted, and that'll be the bonus Old Man Video Gaming for tonight. The regularly scheduled ones are Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and I will be doing a lot of Uncharted this weekend, and I'm going to see the movie Sunday night. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Hey, that's this show, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. And Mondays, alternating tech support / Ramsey coach support, which might become just tech support every week since I've been doing a lot of Ramsey coach support on the after show. Wednesdays, no set time, the Curse of Oak Island recap. I did that Wednesday morning. And yesterday I uploaded the companion show, Drilling Down, called The Ultimate Timeline, where they did something pretty neat. They put the some of the biggest finds in context of historical events. So it's called The Ultimate Timeline. So I did a no cap recap of that as well. All right, and let's see. No, didn't get a subscriber. Didn't lose one either. So that's good. You can schedule a free financial coaching consultation at calendly.com/CoachSteveMoney. That link is in the top of the chat on my YouTube banner, as you can see it right there to the right, and in the video description as well. paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney for donations. Much appreciated. Every little bit helps. Instagram is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com if you want to sing the Baby Step song. If you want to have any questions or want to talk to me about, say, Oak Island or financial coaching or anything that's on your mind, video games, computer stuff, anything I've expressed an interest in on my channel, be more than happy to chat with you about that. Yeah, and then I guess I'll be off to the store, and I'll be back should be right around 8 p.m. Eastern Time, so that is in 56 minutes, and I'll be playing some more. I think I'm about halfway done with Uncharted 2, Among Thieves, and I've not played that before, and it's a really fun game. And yep. So yeah, until then, make smart financial decisions every day, and even after that, still continue making smart financial decisions every day. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate all your support. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Thank you so much. Good night.